Don't you think your pet deserves a special treat without all those ingredients you can't pronounce? Your pet deserves the best source of ingredients. I agree. That's why Hound House Treats is established to give your pet the best all-natural handcrafted treats packed with flavor. Try our chicken, turkey, and our pink salmon jerky. These products are 100% natural and USDA certified. It's prepared without no added hormones or steroids, no growth-promoting antibiotics, no artificial ingredients, flavors, or preservatives. Grain-free. Don't cheat your dog nutrients. Treat your dog to a healthy snack at www.hound.
You are now tuned into 2111 Radio Show, hosted by our program director, Derrick Scott.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Lillie Mae, and yes, it's consulting time. And guys, sometimes I have to take a minute to just really stop and reflect on everything that's going on around me, because there are some amazing things going on around me. And so I definitely want to just stop and give shouts outs and kudos to everybody that has been here throughout the duration of this platform. Hey Smurfette, but I want you to understand that It's Consulting Time is a digital platform that serves to enhance the collective culture. So when I say the collective culture, I'm not just talking about African American culture, hip hop culture, first generation college student culture. When I say the collective culture, over here on It's Consulting Time, we literally are highlighting creatives, innovators, leaders, across disciplines. So we highlight lifestyle, economics, film, music, literature. Like over here, you're going to get a variety. And the reason you're going to get a variety is because I think that when you're on a platform where the sole purpose of the platform is to drop joy, jewels, and justice for those that are listening, you have to stand in your convictions. So over here, It's Consulting Time. I want you to always understand that everybody is welcomed here. There are no... What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Lillie Mae. You already know what time it is. It's Consulting Time. Let's get to it. Bringing you the greatest and the brightest creators, leaders, and innovators from around the globe. We'll always leave you with joy, jewels, and justice. Purpose over popularity. Welcome to 2111 Radio Show. I'm your host, Derrick Scott. And as y'all see, I have a special guest. Her name is Lillie Mae Jones. I think you're on mute. You're muted. Muted. I wasn't ready for all of that introduction. I was not ready for all of that introduction. You did not tell me you were going to put me out here like this. So, wow. That's all I can say is wow.
Absolutely. Listen, let me tell you something. We've been looking at you for a minute, like I said, and you've been doing some good things. But we're going to go behind that big smile, all right? Because, again, it's more to this woman than meets the eye. And I was very impressed with what I found out. So, first of all, let's where are you from originally?
I hail from great late Confederate capital,
of Danville, Virginia.
Woo, Lord. Oh, my goodness.
Still see Confederate flags flying high.
Wow. I didn't even know that. Are you serious?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I will never forget it.
I know that's
I will
right.
never neglect it. I will always embrace it because it made me who I am today.
Salute. I know that's right. So, growing up in this state, how was school as far as in like grade school? How was that growing up? Yeah.
So, all right. You know when we talk about this thing called privilege?
Mm-hmm.
I actually grew up very privileged, and I'm going to tell you why. So, I grew up with older parents.
Okay.
Growing up with older parents who were born in the 20s and 30s, they had a different respect for the system. That does not mean just because you respect the system, does not mean you accept the system.
Facts.
But they taught us how to navigate the system.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I started off at a place called Tot Spot. And my brother is 5 years older. So my brother went to Tot Spot. And he would come home from Tot Spot and teach me everything, right? And so I'm like, Mommy and Daddy, I want to go to Tot Spot too. So at 3, I went to Tot Spot. And at Tot Spot, I realized, we are privileged.
I know that's right.
One other child that looked like me. Back in the day, and I think if I'm not mistaken, now mine, I was 3 years old in 1988. I think my mother and father were paying like $200 and some a week back then for Tot Spot. So you know, you follow me?
Yeah, I'm definitely following you. Wow.
So needless to say, that's when I began to understand the system, to understand how the system worked and how I had to navigate the system. So fast forward to elementary school. In fourth grade was when life changed. I had to take this test, and because I took the test, I was placed in another school, and it was a program for academically gifted children. Now mine, although I grew up in this environment, I loved being around my people. I love seeing kids every day that look like me. When I got to that particular school, 5th grade was the first time I experienced racism. Covert racism, guys. And if you don't know what covert racism and discrimination
is, please explain it.
Covert are those subtle things that you may not even realize.
Notice.
So what happened? The major thing that I remember is is Black History Month. Now, I was the only Black girl in the academically gifted program in that 5th grade class.
Right.
There were 2 Black girls in the 6th grade class, and I don't even think there was one in the 7th grade. Not only were we segregated as academically gifted kids from the other 5th graders, I had to be bused to another side of town for this school. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm already out of my element. I'm not around the kids that I grew up with or were in the neighborhood with or even went to elementary school with. So I'm in this totally new environment. And this teacher says, oh, well, you don't need to do a Black History Month project. You can do Native American history. Well, little did she know, that's a part of my history anyway. But that wasn't the point. Nope. It wasn't Native American History Month, even though we are Native Americans. It wasn't the Native American History Month that was the issue. It was the fact that it's Black History Month, and you're singling me out because I'm Black. Yes. So I went home and told Mommy. Now, let me just say it. I was 10 years old. I really didn't know that I was being singled out because you got to think about it. My parents raised us for real that we were equal to everybody else. Like, I didn't really know I was different until 5th grade. I was different in 5th grade. And so I said, Mommy, Miss Grantier said that I'm going to do a Native American history project. So now my dad was the Orthodox Christian. very easygoing. He ain't gonna say no curse words. But my mama, on the other hand,
that's different.
She believe in the Lord, but she'll turn up on you too. So I can remember sitting at the table, and mama said, she said, what?
Oh.
And I could see my daddy's face. My dad was like, oh, Lord.
Here we go.
The good thing about having older parents is that my mother worked in the school system before 1980. Because when she had, the thing is, by having kids late in life, when she got pregnant with my brother, my dad did not want her to work ever again. So she was a homemaker for you. Yep. So, so I will never forget it. That next day, Derrick, Mommy and Daddy took me to school. And Daddy never drove the Cadillac. We had a 1986 Fleetwood Braun, baby. With the sunroof and leather seats. He never drove that car on Sunday. He never drove the car on Sunday, but he drove to the schoolhouse that day. And what I remember is we got to school and I had to sit outside of the office. And this is the first nugget I want to drop.
Go ahead.
Parents, stop showing off for your kids and trying to be your kids' friend and turning up in these school buildings. Because my parents made me sit outside of the principal's office and they handled the business.
Everything. Yeah.
And then they brought me in for the resolution. So I don't know what she said. However, what I do remember hearing, before my mother even went in the principal's office, you had to stop at the secretary.
Yeah.
My mother looked in there and she said, Eddie Mize.
Whoa.
How are you? And he looked, he said, Miss Betty, because my mother worked in the cafeteria for years.
Oh boy.
Yes. And she also, because of the time frame she grew up in, she used to work for a lot of doctors. So, and we're going to get there about some of the information that I learned about cancer before we knew about cancer. So Mommy and Daddy had respect and a stake in the white community in Danville, Virginia, that trickled down to my brother and I. So this experience with this 5th grade teacher, for a long time, I'm going to tell you, for a long time, I had a great disdain for white women. Because of this one lady. She scarred me because I thought all white women looked at me different.
Wow. That's crazy, yo.
Fast forward, I never wanted to take another advanced class. I didn't want to go to governor's school. I didn't want to be in dual enrollment programs because I felt like in every stage. So I was traumatized. At that age. So we're going to kind of jump all the way to now. Hence why academically, once I really found my voice in Danville, Virginia, it was over. When I went to college, I decided I was going to acquire everything I needed to go back home just for a little while and control some part of that government. And I was able to accomplish that. So, this entertainment stuff is fun for me. Some people need it. Some people need to be amongst all of these influencers. And I'm trying to figure out who the hell y'all influencing other than a lot of suicide and a lot of drug use. I'm just trying to really understand it. Everybody doing something for the culture, but you're doing it for the culture of yourself. Because if you were really doing it for the culture, you would be bringing people up. Not just bringing them up so that you can look good. You follow what I'm saying? And so
I'm following what you're saying. Definitely.
Coming from, once again, I say, I thank God I grew up in the last capital of the Confederacy. I thank God I experienced covert discrimination at the age of 10 years old. And I thank God I was born to aged parents who truly allowed us to have a privileged lifestyle.
Thank you.
But not to the point that we didn't understand how to give back. Hence why I'm sick of these so-called gatekeepers. And I'm trying to understand, y'all always got something to say about the racism and about the white man doing this and doing that, but you gatekeeping in your own doggone community.
Yeah, let me tell you something. First of all, tell you something. Preach. You keep talking, woman. Go ahead. Tell them.
I just, I'm just at a place where can I say a curse word?
You can say what you want.
I'm at a place where I decided to say fuck traditional entertainment.
Exactly.
And I am now, I have entered into an arena where I am solely supporting recording artists and music professionals with disabilities.
What?
Shout out to
what?
Yep, and I will not drop the organization or the projects just yet. However, it is coming. And I will say that with this initiative and with this endeavor, a lot of the people that I am working with and have worked with thus far are internationally acclaimed and known, and I knew nothing about them. So that tells me that the true influencers and the true celebrities in this game are not being recognized because they're not out here acting like a damn fool.
Exactly.
So, and it just, that's who I am, right? So special education, I taught in that arena for 5 years. I was in correctional enterprise for doggone, forever, as a casework counselor. So I've always worked in an arena where I had to help vulnerable and hidden populations. So I say this again, if you're doing it for the culture, what culture are you doing it for? Because you guys are out there doing stuff for a culture of people that already have everything in the palm of their hand. So I struggle with this. Oh, I'm doing it for the culture. What culture is it for? The culture that I was raised upon was built on respect for authority, service to others. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm feeling you. I'm definitely feeling
the reason why I'm not out here charging people to sit down and talk to me. Somebody posted something the other day and sent a link, and they was like, "Oh yeah, you can talk to me for 20 minutes for $250."
Yo, yes.
Because I'm credentialed. Now you can sit down and talk to me, and I can bill your insurance, but I ain't gonna charge you.
Exactly. So my goodness.
I'm just, I don't know. I don't know. That my place in this industry is not chasing people on red carpets, taking pictures of people that I don't know just to make other people that aren't in the area think that I'm somebody that I'm not. My name is Lillie Mae. I'm from Danville, Virginia. My mother's name was Betty Lou. My father's name was Bo Jones. And I grew up very privileged, but guess what? I grew up with the privilege of generational wealth that you cannot put a price tag on.
Let me give you a round of applause on that. Damn it, you're killing it. You're killing it. Oh my goodness. Damn.
Absolutely. So, hands down, people can say what they want to say. And I'm going to tell you something. This is the interesting thing about this entertainment thing. So, a lot of these people, they don't like me, right? But the funny thing is, in them not liking me, I find that a great amount of these individuals actually do respect that I stick to my guns. So if say I'm not going to a respective event, Dad blasted, I'm not going.
Exactly.
If it doesn't align with what I got going on, because this is my thing. My mother closed her eyes in October of last year. And prior to that, I was supposed to come to Atlanta back in, I think 2018 is when I said I was coming to Atlanta, right? And I remember Mama saying, Lil, if you're going to go, just go. Don't worry about me. Because, she was older. Her health was declining. And I was in Richmond, Virginia, which was 2.5 hours away from her. But she also said, let me caution you on something. Atlanta has always been the home of a lot of con artists. And she told me what happened to her when she came to Atlanta in the 70s. Now, my mother used to be a casino person in Atlantic City. She worked in a place called Child's in Atlantic City. So you won't scamming Betty Lou. Because my mom,
I know that's right.
But what she was telling me is that she was at the underground way back in the 70s, right? Coming down. And she was just talking about some of the things that were going on and how this gentleman tried to, get over on them. And she watched him get this lady. And when he pulled up to her, mommy was like, I said, hold up. Now, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you a trick. And she did something with the bottle caps or whatever he had going on. So, y'all, that trick ain't new. That trick ain't new.
No, it ain't.
But
it's definitely not new.
My mother forewarned me. And she said, so just be prepared. So coming here, I knew I already had business, and my business was out in Woodstock. So I was already, contracted with an independent record label who, shout out to Sky 4 Records. They were solely about the business of helping. They were not, looking to make false promises that they were going to get the deals. They won't charging people hundreds of dollars just to listen to their music and then making all this bull. They weren't doing that. They wanted to develop a program. And so with that, we developed something called the Artist Advisory Council. And that pretty much was a unit, kind of like the Student Council Association in high school, in elementary, middle, and high schools. And I'm going to tell you the truth. It hasn't been, sustained. And the reason it hasn't been sustained is because people like the facades. People like the false promises. People don't want real education. These independent artists like to be seen and taking pictures with people that truly cannot help their career. All they do is put them on a stage, performing in front of their peers that can't help them do anything because they don't have the empirical data or the evidence-based practices to truly be able to propel their careers and catalogs forward. But because people like us actually have the information to help them, and see, the difference is people may have connections to the person that has a connection to the person, a record deal, but they don't have connections to the actual funders and investors behind that deal. They don't have connections to the legislation that that governs this entertainment industry. They do not understand that the political administrative dichotomy factors into this entertainment industry. So if you don't understand the laws, the legislation, and the stuff that's on the books right now that's impacting this entertainment industry, you are going to stay where you are. Hence why I get invited into every other market around the United States to educate people. So the thing about me as a media correspondent is that I'm not just doing interviews. Before the interview, I'm conducting an assessment. Post-interview, we're having a conversation about, okay, where do we go from here? Because the thing about it is, I don't hurt for anything. So I don't need to charge you for information. Now, if you need a service, if you need a strategic plan, if you need someone to project manage, that's a different thing, because project management is an implementation process, right? It requires deliverables. It requires me to find other subject matter experts to really be able to support wherever you are. So project management, there's a fee for it. And I want y'all to Google it. Google how much project managers charge in an array of disciplines. Like you said, Derrick, there's a lot to me. So what you don't understand by day is that I am a project manager for a major MCO. So if you have a job and you have, healthcare insurance, you probably have healthcare insurance under the MCO that I am a project manager for. So this is not something, I'm not self-taught. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going out here taking a 6-week class, and then saying that I'm a master at something. I literally have sat through how many years? 20 years.
20 years,
20 years of formal training and education to come to this place. So dismiss me if I don't respect you when you giving and paying for these degrees and stuff just so you can call yourself a doctor.
Exactly.
I'm not knocking it. I love you as a person, but I'm telling you, with these honorary doctorates and shit floating around, I'm not calling you doctor. That was not earned. You did not have to do anybody's dissertation. You didn't have to defend that dissertation. I'm not doing it.
I don't blame you. And you know what? Thank you, because you done hit on some damn subjects that I've been actually preaching. It's crazy the stuff that you're telling me. I've been preaching it for years, and for you to actually come on my show today and actually like say the same words, I'm sitting there going, "Oh my goodness, I love it, I love it, I love it, and I love it." So that being said, let me tell y'all just a couple of things that she's into. So she's a business consultant. She's a media correspondent. She's a public educator, project manager. She has a label called Sky Records. She's a chief executive officer at ID 104 Radio. She actually on the board of directors at Duke University. Listen, this is a lot. All right, I had to actually write it down because there's no way I'm not going to remember this.
So let me go back. So because the people, they want to look it up. So no, I'm not the board of directors. I actually went to Duke University for my nonprofit management, nonprofit management certification for board of directors. Yep, I sure did.
Oh my goodness, that
was when I was in Danville, and like I told you, previously, when I was the comprehensive services coordinator, and I was the director of that office in the city of Danville. And mind, guys, I managed a $5 billion budget, and no. I literally managed the money. Like I allocated the funds to the Department of Juvenile Justice, the Department of Behavioral Health Services, the Department of Education, the Department of Social Services. There was no middleman. Lillie Mae, at the age of 26, fresh out of graduate school, managed a $5 billion budget for the Commonwealth of Virginia. And it could increase. And I was able to, access and request more money based upon the needs, because the Comprehensive Services Office, and it's going to make sense when I say this. So the office that I operated was the Comprehensive Services Office for at-risk youth and families. Hence why I do not respect the people in this space who are exploiting those people, because a lot of the people that I serviced and that were able to be serviced through that money are the same independent creatives who are still trying to make it today. And they're the children of those independent creatives, and they're the grandchildren of those independent creatives. So I do not respect that you're doing it for the culture, when the only culture of people you're doing it for are the people that already have
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, this is like a sound bite. So we're going to get definitely a couple of, this is some sound bites that you have here that definitely we're going to put on after the show, as far as because
sometimes you get riled up.
Listen, and it's okay, because you're being yourself. You can only be yourself, and you exactly what I thought you would be when you came to the show. I already knew ahead of time.
People, what's funny? People think, and it's sad. People think this is a person, a media personality. Maybe this is Lillie Mae. I was born like this. Derrick, where I grew up. And I really, my mother kept the article, and I'm going to have to look through some of her stuff. But at the age of 7, my parents didn't know. I snuck in my mama's pocketbook and got a stamp. I wrote a letter to the newspaper about Danny Marshall because I knew he was a staunch racist and he was running for the House of Delegates for Danville, Virginia. Do you know when my parents found out about it? When we got to church, and this man named Mr. Oscar D. Priest Bailey. Mr. D. Priest said, Betty, did you see that letter that your daughter wrote to that newspaper? She was all on the line. Now, this is where, and I'm going to come in on this one. This is where Negroes make me sick.
Go for it.
Happened. Now, I grew up in a very affluent church. Dr. King, our church was a civil rights headquarters in Danville back in the 60s. Dr. King was taxied into Danville, and he was secretly brought to the church for the people to congregate. If y'all want to Google it, look up Bloody Monday in Danville, Virginia. The police brutality was like none other on the courthouse steps in the alleyway. So I want you to look it up. But anyway, there was a handful of people that despised what I did. There were other half of people that were like, we wouldn't have had the balls to do it.
Exactly.
And I say this because once again, it's the same thing we're seeing in this industry today.
Yes, it is.
You got a bunch of Negroes who ain't never had nothing a day in their life, and they done got a little title, whether it's media correspondent, whether it's publicist, whether it's influencer, whether it's host, they done got a little inch of something, and they done lost their mind and then forgot that you gonna always be who you are to people that don't respect diversity, equity, and inclusion. But then you have that little bit of people, and I call us the loud minority. You have loud minority that will dare to be unpopular.
Exactly.
They don't want people to like you, because one thing about being liked, you can like me all day. It's a whole lot of women out here that are liked and they're getting their asses whooped because they're not respected. But when you stand in your convictions, and when you do it and it's not in your own self-interest, it feels good. It feels good. When I lay down at night, I sleep very well because I know that I'm not out here swaying. I'm not straddling the fence. And so, Derrick, I struggle. I struggle with how to navigate my people, because you know what I realized?
Say it. I
was not raised to be in the barrel.
So
when they talk about crabs in the bucket and crabs in the barrel,
you wasn't supposed to be in the barrel.
No. I was always outside of the barrel.
Yeah.
And let's just be real. For as progressive and as pro-Black as I am, I don't fit the new level of Blackness. Because let's be clear, people. Let me help you understand something. The core values of us as a people were not this bullshit that these people are perpetuating in this reality world. That's not the core values of we as a people. The core values of we as a people were hard work, service to others before self, and dismiss me with always quoting that the Bible told slaves to obey their masters, because let me explain something to you.
They did not.
Thank you. Situation.
Go ahead. Let's go.
What people do is you find scriptures and you find things that support your philosophy so that you continue to be ignorant and you continue to perpetuate all of this disenfranchisement in your own community, when realistically, that was the only strength that we had to get over. That's why they could sing How I Got Over. That's why they could sing Go Down Moses. Like, y'all so caught up in, oh, I'm going to be different. Oh, I'm doing it for the culture. But guess what else you doing?
What did
You know, Black folk won't doing all this cosmetic and plastic surgery either.
Sure wasn't.
So once again, I say, what culture are you really trying to help?
None. No damn. Their own. I said their own pockets. That's about it.
Everything is about self-interest.
Yes.
Everything is about self-interest. And this is where I go with this. It's okay it's always okay to enhance yourself and grow and dive into things that set you apart from others. But it's never okay to use your position to disenfranchise. I was talking to a young lady today, and she doesn't look like me. And I found out that a gentleman that looked like me has solicited her on 3 occasions for a one-night stand to get access to a list.
A list?
You heard what I said. Oh. And I hope somebody looking at this interview that he done did the same thing too. So let's just go here. So y'all mad at Bill Cosby, y'all mad at Donald Trump, y'all mad at R. Kelly, but you out here soliciting to get some booty in exchange for a list to events? Come on, man.
That's horrible. That's horrible. Wow.
These are the things. Yep. These are the things that I say I'm sick of it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then it goes back to the fact that a lot of these people don't have anything to lose. I got a lot to lose if I'm not engaging in this foolishness.
Exactly. We all got something to lose. But that, let me tell you something. First off, you got people in the room going crazy, by the way. Do you see the comments?
I don't. And I see them, but I'm not looking at them.
They is going crazy in here.
I don't want to. And guys, for real, y'all know I'll come back and connect with y'all. But I don't want to get bogged into reactions because I'm a proactive person. You follow?
Yeah.
I'm a proactive person. And I'm about results, right? I'm about results. So it's like, once again, Derrick, it's hard for me. Empirical data matters to me. I don't care if you got 1 million followers because I know all you got to do is buy the followers, buy the likes, buy the views, buy the comments. And that's just what it is.
Yeah.
But do you remember, and I don't know if you remember this, I did a social experiment and I offered other people to do it. And that social experiment said, post a picture of yourself and your service or video of you doing what you do and calculate the likes and the views and the comments.
Oh my goodness.
Step 2 was post a picture video of yourself and a celebrity. Calculate the likes, the views, and the comments.
Oh, yeah.
How you formulate your own conclusion because it's not you, it's them. And I think that people need to understand the only reason a lot of people are getting the screen time and the carpet time and these things is because they will align themselves with people that are already out there in some capacity. Yep. And all the time, that's not a good thing. Now, let's just be real. I was talking to my bonus dad the other day. And when me and Mr. Frank first met, we were actually in clinicals. We were in intensive clinicals for clinical mental health counseling. And he is a military veteran. And Lord, honey, I think Dad is like a good 6'3", 6'4". He looked just like Santa Claus. I swear he looked like Santa Claus.
Wow.
And so at that time, Trump was in office.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Trump was still in office. Or was Obama? No, Trump was in office. Trump was in office. And so we were having conversations, right? And I was listening to him and I was like, okay, I get that. Mm-hmm. Fast forward till we had a conversation yesterday.
Okay.
And it was so crazy because he was so far that way and I was so far this way. But yesterday when we talked, we both made the comment, well, some of the things that I didn't like, I didn't like about Donald Trump as a person.
Right.
But when I really researched and really started to understand, see, the thing about it is his business practices. The theory, let me say this. The theory was brilliant. The practices were unethical.
There you go. Okay.
Well, guess what? A whole lot of y'all Negroes are nothing but Donald Trump, and y'all despise that man, but you operate just like him.
Just like him.
I can't call the kettle black.
Nope.
Once again, why I say, what culture are you really doing it for? Because you can't hate him for scamming and conning the United States when y'all out here doing
the same.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes. You know what? You make a perfect point. Let me explain this. So let's go back 7 years. I used to design T-shirts. I had a company called. I had a company, and I got the attention of FUBU, Damon John.
Yeah.
Hey, I like the designs. DM me. I want to see what we can do. He said, I tell you what, I can make you a apprentice if only you give me $300 a month. Now, I'm sitting there and I'm listening. Now, I know I don't have the money for this because I never really asked for his help, but he chirped in on. This is when Facebook was like, a lot of people was on Facebook, like real people. Now you got fan pages.
Yep.
Got a lot of fan pages. So right now, what happened, I'm sitting there because I was actually, when I was doing the stuff, I actually met him. He don't even remember me. That's the crazy part.
Okay.
Don't even remember me. So I'm sitting there and I was going to do it, but then it was another balloon payment of $20,000.
Hold up. And you supposed to be an apprentice?
So wait. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait a minute. How are you going to charge me $300 monthly plus a balloon payment of $20,000? How is that possible? How is that happening? What is this world coming to? So like you said, if Trump is doing what he's doing, the Negroes is doing the same damn thing.
And listen, and you notice I say Negroes. I ain't say niggas because I ain't going there with y'all. I said Negroes because this is the
same damn thing.
This has always been, guys, realistically, this perpetuation of now understand, intra-racial racism, guys. Inter and intra are different.
Yes, it is.
Inter and intra. Intra means within the unit, right? So intra-racial. So amongst we as a Black race of people, there has always been this competition. There's always been this colorism. And I don't want to talk about the colorism, but it's there.
It's definitely there.
And there's also always been ageism. And you don't want to talk about that either. There is a lot of ageism, and I see it a great deal in entertainment.
Yes.
A lot of the elders do not want to, they don't want to mentor the young people, but they want to use the young people for their skills and abilities in technology. Guys, that's not mentoring. Mentoring does not mean using a person or misusing, shall I say, because we were all placed on this earth to be used. But mentoring isn't, giving you the green light to misuse or abuse a person. And asking for interns is not a replacement for paying people their just due. Like, stop asking people to intern when you just can't pay them. Just tell them, look, I don't have the money to pay you. But see, the issue comes back to these people get on social media and they posting all this stuff and they doing all of this, big things coming and all of this. If you got to keep on announcing to us that big things coming, what the hell is really going on?
Yo, that is so true. Big things is coming. Yeah, people love to say.
Well, see, what happens is it draws people because people like to see that. People like to see that. People love, it's the funniest thing to me is as soon as somebody posts a picture at one of these events, like I saw, all the pictures from the Essence Festival, and it's like, oh girl, you doing it, you done made it. But celebrities take pictures with people. That's what they do.
Thank you. Hello. Listen, my thing is this, and one thing you will never see. If you ever see me take a picture with a celebrity, we're working.
And there's a story.
Exactly.
One thing about this thing called journalism and media, I think a lot of the people that have embarked upon this space, I don't think they really understand true journalism. And it's being utilized to cope and to suppress some severe insecurities. And that's a scary thing, because what happens is there will come a day when all of this will be taken away.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, the way the world is growing, this is the new era of Jim Crow.
Whoa.
This is the new Jim Crow era. And there is soon not going to be a space for people that have not learned how to navigate the entire system. See, guys, the system is not in Atlanta. Atlanta isn't the system. Atlanta is just a city in Georgia. Do you realize that Atlanta is not even Georgia?
No, it's not.
Understand the political climate of the state of Georgia? And so I think that people that don't know how to navigate the system, that don't understand how to interpret policies, that don't even understand how to have their voices heard at that level. You know, so many people don't even know that they need to sit on boards and commissions in their localities so that they can have a fighting chance.
Yeah, they do. You really do. And people are still not understanding that because, again, this day is so different from where we grew up. You know, and I'm so happy that you had the education and the wherewithal and the financial, you know, security to basically do something that a lot of us didn't actually get a chance to do. And you thrived off it. Yes.
That's why I don't take. That's why I'm not out here to be charging people just to sit down and talk to me. Because at the end of the day, I was blessed beyond measure. Like, legitimately, when I look around, that's why I'm not chasing nothing. Because you know something? You know, when you chasing something, that means running from you. So all y'all getting to the bag and chasing the bag, you're chasing something that's running from you. You don't have to chase it if you already get it.
Boom. And that's a fact. That's an actual fact. Not chasing it.
And that's just what it is.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something right now. All right. Because I've never done an interview like this. Oh. Let me explain why. I do have a podcast. Okay. I want to invite you back.
Oh, okay.
Because it's called Real Talk. I want to invite you back, and we're gonna do a lot of this. Just speaking out, putting out gems, getting people to really start listening and learning, because it's our duty as a people to really educate. You understand? Because if they don't know, they don't know. It's like it's something like parents right now in schools. You don't understand that when we grew up years ago, I grew up in the hood. You understand? And my schools had old teachers. You don't have old teachers anymore.
Nope.
But they was just in the club last week for my kids. You understand? They got these tight dresses, big booty sticking out. They don't even have blackboards no more. They got computerized digital boards.
Trust me, yes.
And they just throw it up there. You understand? When our teachers actually put the lessons on the wall. You understand? So the learning process right now, they pushing these kids. All these kids that graduated this year, I guarantee you they didn't need to graduate.
Well, and they don't know how to write in cursive. What they do is it's called a social promotion. And what they get is they get a certificate of completion.
Thank you.
So,
yes.
You know, and I want you to understand this, guys. No Child Left Behind. No Child Left Behind was not necessarily geared towards helping children that look like us. Nope. No Child Left Behind was more or less a way for the collective educational system to be uplifted back to what it was. Because let's just be clear. Education, originally, before we even got into the United States system, back in ancient Greece and Roman times, education were for the boys. And it was to teach the boys how to be good soldiers and good civic participants. So it wasn't for women, it was for the boys. And they were taught, how to, serve their community and how to go to war and how to protect, because they were soldiers, they were military, they were being born for, protection and civic participation. And so down through the years, education changed to the point where the girls in the houses, they began to learn to read, but they still were doing being cooks and being seamstresses and stuff. So understand that education as you know it is not, it's not that old.
No.
It's very new. But once again, you have to have seat hours to truly understand this, because this information isn't just going to pop out. And guys, let me just keep it real. You're not going to find this shit on Google. Stop Googling everything. You need to have access to a database of scholarly research. And for that, you got to pay for access. I mean, I don't have to pay for it because I'm an academician. So I got lifetime access to these databases. But that's what I'm saying. You're going out here paying for all these master classes for people that's giving you information for realistically stuff that they really didn't even do. They didn't compile some information and put it together for you. Your journey is not going to be their journey.
No,
my journey can't be your journey, and my journey can't be your journey because everybody didn't have a Betty Lou and a Bo Jones that had already been slashed and whipped by masters to be able to teach their kids how to navigate the system. But what I can do, I can educate you and I can teach you how to navigate the system.
Exactly.
So system that actually matters and not this culture that y'all have created to make yourself.
Exactly. Speak. Ooh, let me tell you, I could talk to you for another 10 damn hours. I'm gonna tell you something. I knew this was coming. Like I said, I see your show and how you talk to people and how you really educate as far as it being on your show and you giving people these gems. So I knew coming in, I knew this was going to be like this, but not to this extent. And you surprised me, because you are dropping some hella gems that I'm going to sit and look back at all of this and really pick up, because I'm a sponge. So I'm going to definitely be picking up a lot of the knowledge that you've been spitting here, because, again, what you don't see is, like I said, it's a lot of people in here that's really loving and listening to you, what you're saying, and giving you love. Like you get, I've never seen this much love for a person in my interview.
And Derrick, let me say this, and I always like to make sure people understand. And my girlfriend Chelsea, that's my best friend, my sister, everything. She's here, and she said, she said that's Lillie Mae all day. But the interesting thing is, I tell people this: it's never my intent to offend, but I cannot apologize for your conviction. I'm just like that old Baptist church pastor that said, I know I'm stepping on your toes, but the word is the word, and it's his word and not mine. And the thing is, I want my people to win. But see, so many people say that, but they want people to win at the expense of their souls. I don't care about your social media presence. I care about your soul. I care about the state of your soul. Because at the end of the day, when we make our way, I don't give a damn what you believe, but all of us gonna stand before the throne. And we are going to be charged. And I don't want to be charged and casted down, because I don't like this heat out here now. So what kind of Christian am I if I'm concerned about your social media followers and not your soul salvation?
Hello, exactly. Amazing. Yo, let me tell you. So, let me tell y'all. So she completely. Let me tell y'all what this lady done did. All right, because let me tell you, I got paper. Let me tell you something. So, what Lillie Mae have done for the first time on 2111 radio is literally took my show. She literally took it over. And all jokes aside, I'm gonna tell you something. I appreciate it. I really do, because we needed it. We needed it. You understand? Everything can't be social. And what people don't realize is the truth. People always talk about how much they want the truth. They don't want the damn truth.
They don't.
Truth hurt.
They want
truth
you.
hurt. Yeah, they want to massage you. Yeah, they want to massage.
I ain't grow up like that, baby, because I'm gonna tell you, Betty Lou would be like, you know how you put on the outfit, and you know most of these parents now, oh girl, you look good. Hell no, Betty Lou would be like, where you going? You think you looking, girl? You need to take that shit off. And that's how and because of that, though, when people realize how I grew up and that I grew up with older people, they understand my delivery. A lot of people are offended by me. But you know what's so funny?
What's that?
Only people that look like me are offended by me.
Ain't that something? Yo, ain't that something? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yes. Yes. Unbelievable. Yes. The only ones that's offended are the people that look like you. It's horrible. That's horrible. And it's a total fact. I get that all the time. It's amazing. Damn. So now let me get to what we really was going to talk about, because this woman... Okay. So this woman really, I mean, it's unbelievable what you did today. I'm telling you right now, I will never forget this show, because you taught us and you showed us another side of Lillie Mae that we didn't even know. Because again, you have these different looks. We're going to talk about your looks, because the different hairstyles, the big smile, you know, we see all of that on social media, but what we got here is the real Lillie Mae Jones. Yeah. And you actually told us some stuff tonight that's gonna resonate with me forever. Like you really did your thing tonight with that. But I want to get to something that I love, and it's what you do as far as in your show, because she actually has a show. She actually have her own podcast. She has her own thing going. So now tell them about this.
Okay, so Lillie Mae the Collective, right, is actually a tripod. So there's a business arm, a civic arm, and a social arm. The business arm used to be called Sanaj Consulting Express, and Sanaj is just my last name flipped backwards. So that's the project management.
Wow, okay.
The civic arm is my hunger for justice. So that's where, you know, I work with behavioral health, criminal justice, disability advocacy, and inclusion, you know, those type of things. And so I have a nonprofit called All Things Authentic.
Okay.
The social arm is what you want me to talk about. And that is it's consulting time with your girl Lillie Mae, where we're always serving you a dose of purpose over popularity. And so basically what happened with It's Consulting Time is that it really just started because we always had these conversations in our room.
Did you just do a plug just now? Hold on. How did you do that? Okay, I know I'm not crazy, but she just turned into another character, like just boom, and she just it was so dope. I'm sitting there looking at her like, wait a minute, what just happened? Yo, that was dope. Say that again, because your eyes, everything just changed. And I'm sitting there looking like, okay, who's that?
Oh gosh, but that's where It's Consulting Time came from.
That's so dope.
It's like this,
that's
but
so
Derrick, like I love your setup, right?
Okay.
I love the people that have all these effects and they edit and do. I love that. But the reason It's Consulting Time isn't that is because It's Consulting Time comes out of 709 Claiborne Street, which is where I grew up. That living room where we had the old antique furniture that my mother kept covered in the plastic because it was white and we won't turn it up, where the children would sit in the floor with their backs up against, you remember that old wooden stereo? It out, and it had the 8-track, baby. Me and my brother would sit there, and mama and daddy would be on the couch, and grandma would be in one of the channel back gooseneck Duncan pipe furniture.
Yes.
One of my aunts would be somewhere else.
Yes.
And we would sit in that living room, and we would have to listen to the things that mattered. We learned about our family history. We learned about business. So see, all these entrepreneurs and stuff popping up, I come from a livestock family. I come from a tobacco farming family. I come from a trucking family. So I guess, it's always been, I didn't want the trucking business. Like, it won't for me. I'm not knocking all you entrepreneurs, but I love my corporate job. I love last year when I had surgery on my leg that probably costed $100 and some thousand or more. I only had to come out of pocket like $600 or $700 because I got insurance. So I'm glad y'all want to be entrepreneurs, but I'm good waking up every morning, going to my computer and processing my cases in my corporate job because I'm fine. I'm fine. And because of that, I don't have to chase the bag because the bag is coming to me.
Coming to me already, exactly.
So so that's what It's Consulting Time is. So that's why I'm talking to you like this. I'm on my couch. Or if I'm talking, on Tuesday nights, I'm always over there at my desk because Tuesday nights it's a little bit more formal. But I don't want to go rent out a spot and gotta charge people just so I can pay for the place that I've rented. I'm not doing that. Exactly. I want you to experience the love that I experienced sitting in my living room with my mama, my daddy, my auntie. I want people to feel that I am truly supporting and enhancing your personal development. Because this is the thing, guys. Understand that I'm a clinician first. And in that arena, we were always taught to first do no harm. So you have to impose that on yourself. In order to first do no harm, your personal development and well-being has to be in order. And it's a whole lot of you guys out here that's in this entertainment space. Your personal and your mental health is just not there. And I can see it, and I can assess it and analyze it, not because I'm making an assumption, because I'm trained to do so. And I see a lot of you need to be invited to these events. I have never seen so many people that are spending money just to be in groups so that they can get event invitations. I'm not paying $20 a month to be in your damn Instagram group. Baby, my Zoom costs $20 a month. And that's something else there. You better tell these people, y'all stop saying y'all entrepreneurs and y'all still using the 40-minute free version of Zoom. I'm sick of it.
Oh, listen.
You pay people $20 to be in their group so you can get these event invitations. I ain't got time.
Yo, you just smashed a lot of people just now.
Once again, I don't mind being unpopular because at the end of the day, I got my popularity at 709 Claiborne Street. Betty Lou and Bo. They made sure I was ready for the United States of America. I'm not talking about this United States of America that they call in the culture. I'm talking about the real United States of America.
Hello, exactly. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, I've been on these shows. You're so right. They be using the free version and ready to give $20 to a group to be on something. You're so right. Oh my goodness.
And look, I will give you, like, this is my thing. If, now I read the fine print. So if something says this is non-transferable, and hold up, you know what? Wait a minute, guys, understand something. When these people say this stuff is non-transferable, like, I know they're not going to do it, but see, because I'm in that lane and Friday will solidify and complete my law school studies, because I understand, do y'all know these people can come back and sue all of y'all asses because these events are non-transferable. Stop screenshotting these emails, posting them in these groups so you can make people think that you got some access or some gate to open up for them.
Yeah.
All you got to do is join the distribution list. And guys, if you're supposed to be there, you're going to be there. What I said, and Derrick, I'm going to say this on your show, and I told my new client this yesterday. I am no longer connecting with people because of what they do. I'm connecting with people because of who they are. That means I don't never ever work with another person that look like me. My soul is satisfied.
I know that's right. Listen, you what? I can't believe this. My wife loves you. I tell you, she's on YouTube. She's looking at you like literally right now. She's looking at you. She loves you. And you're speaking, she speaks the same way. That's the crazy part. That's why I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this because it needs to be said. And I'm glad you said it on my show. Like I'm sitting here like, oh my goodness. This is the easiest interview I've ever had, by the way. I'm letting you know right now. Like this is dope. Oh my goodness. And Lillie Mae will be back. Let me tell y'all something.
No, Derrick, I thank you.
Yes.
And guys, let me tell you something. Derrick is on every show that I host, and he have his own show. But let me tell you something about this man. He will have a show. He will come on my Instagram live just to let me know that he checked in.
I'm here. That's right.
Derrick, yep. I have so many, and you, like I said, I don't care. There are so many people that I have serviced, and they don't come onto my platform unless I'm interviewing a celebrity or one of their clients.
Yes. That's horrible.
And you know, and I don't, and I'm gonna say this, I'm cool with that because I am here for the people. It's not about me. So let me just say that. But you know, I said this to my better half yesterday. I said that even though I suffered some discrimination at a young age, I have suffered more hurt and harm from my own people than I have from people that don't look like me. And that's something to be said.
No, we got the same story.
Yeah.
Because I could say the same thing. I've been hurt by people that I actually know. My own people that I know more than a stranger. They're not hurting me. They're not trying to hurt me. They're trying to work with me. My own people will do everything they can to destroy what I am doing. Like that is so, oh my goodness. You just hit a soft spot right now.
Derrick,
soft spot. Oh my goodness.
And you know, I'm not trying to, you know, I ain't trying to turn this into no revival, but that's what
it's
it
okay.
is. That's what
happened.
He is shifting his people together, right?
Mm-hmm.
But see, the woke, conscious, all that stuff. And like I said, these folks out here so woke that they suffering from sleep deprivation. Y'all need to go to sleep. Because that's what it is. You're so woke, you're sleep deprived. And when you're sleep deprived, that is equivalent to being incapacitated and incoherent.
You heard? Exactly.
But the crazy thing is, he is pulling the people together that's supposed to be together. And once again, I will say, if that means that my tribe looks like the community that I grew up in Danville, Virginia, my mother always said to me, you cannot run away from home. Home will find you everywhere.
Every time. Yes, it will.
But when you had a secure home, and when you know who you are, whose you are, what you are, and why you are still standing in the face of all the adversity, you are at home. So, Derrick, I'm at home.
Yes, you are.
I'm at home in the Republican National Convention. I'm at home in the Democratic National Convention. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
I'm at home amongst law enforcement. I'm at home amongst the Department of Justice. I am at home.
Wow.
And
so dope.
Okay. But I'm not at home in this culture that everybody is perpetuating that we are supposed to bow down to. I will never bow down to any industry industry or entity that capitalizes on the disenfranchisement of our people, no matter what.
Amen. Exactly. No matter what.
And that's just that.
And that's just that. And yo, man, again, do y'all hear this, y'all? I'm sitting here all like, oh my goodness, I didn't expect this. And it's just been one of these shows, like I said, this is literally, like I said, the easiest interview I've ever had. And it's one of the most entertaining interviews that I've ever had. And you're not a musician, so it ain't like I'm playing music. Because usually I had the artists up here, we playing music and we talk about the songs. We're just having a conversation, like we're sitting in your living room right now.
That's right.
And
like Chelsea's here, but this is how we go down. And I'm trying to tell you, when me and the sisters come together, because we got all different personalities. Uh-oh. We got one that's the whole bishop, so she might not say no curse words. Then you got me, I'm still trying to make it in, but I'll still turn up if I have to.
No doubt.
We have all these different personalities, but these are the conversations that we have. But what the interesting thing is? We're all set apart professionally and academically. And I don't care what anybody says, I'm all for life experience, because you need life experiences to truly be able to catalyze your formal training.
Yes.
But there's a difference in when you had to sit through those seat hours and be trained in a discipline such as, criminal justice, homeland security and emergency preparedness, law, counseling, and education. I'm not knocking anybody else's discipline, but these disciplines that require us to get licensed, I'm sorry, guys, it gives us a leg up in discipline and advancement, because we have to study to show ourselves approved and maintain these things. And so, that's just what it is. That's just what it is.
That's just what it is. So I'm gonna ask you a question. So when can we see your show? Tell the people when to see your show, because we definitely coming.
Absolutely. So guys, this is what's happening. And I did tell him that I would drop this. So what you might want to do is go over to my YouTube and just kind of scroll all the way back to like 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. Because I'm taking its consulting time back to the basics. Guys, I've enjoyed interviewing you. I love working with your clients, and I still will. I'll interview them on Instagram Live.
Right.
Guys, it's consulting time. It's bringing back this arm. We're bringing back the Public Education Forum, and it's called Back to the Basics, which is a curriculum-based platform. And you're going back to school, and it will be from September to May. And so I'll be dropping the curriculum very soon. But you will be able to see it on Tuesdays at 7 p.m., just like this. Streaming on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. And we got to talk about getting you on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn will let you go live, but you have to apply and be approved. So I'll help
they approved me already.
Yes! See?
Yeah.
There you go.
They approved me.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's right.
So we're on LinkedIn. And also, there's some other things coming down the pike. I will throw this out there. I will caution you to pay attention to what's going on with the Atlanta Citizen Review Board, because you will probably see me on some things with publicly with that, because we are an entity that investigates complaints of police misconduct. And as a part of the Integrity Street team, we are going to be, coming up with some other things, some social media broadcasts and things of that nature. So, guys, really and truly, just, go to the website, www.lilliemaecollective.com. You can always catch me on Instagram Live. Just follow my Instagram and you'll see, the different shows that are coming up. Like I said, I'll still interview your clients on Instagram Live, but I'm convicted to get back to what I'm supposed to be doing. I can't be out there playing games with y'all. It's a dying culture out here. The real African American culture that we were founded upon is dying, and I cannot let that happen.
I know that's right. Y'all heard it here first. I'm so proud of you. You don't understand. I'm very proud of you, and the fact that you're gonna do this, I'm gonna be tuned in, because I love learning.
Be on the platform because we're gonna be talking about a lot of this stuff. Like,
oh, it's on.
Get real. We're gonna be talking about courts, cops, and corrections because people really don't even understand the criminal justice system. They don't understand the levels of it. The bureaucracy.
No, we don't. We don't.
So yeah, we're going to talk about education. I know we have some segments on politics because the elections are coming up, and a lot of people are ignorant to what the electoral vote is and what the popular vote is. So yeah, we're going to.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
We'll yes. Oh my goodness.
October. That's all October. I'll be teaching that in October, and I'll teach the history of political parties so that people understand that really and truly political parties are obsolete. They were just generated during times of political unrest, and so we'll be teaching all of that. Yep.
And that's a total fact. Oh my goodness! Wow. Yes, I'm definitely down. I'm definitely down. Let me know ahead of time so I can prepare myself.
We're connected. What I'll do, I'll drop the curriculum to you, and you just let me know where you think you plug in, and we good.
Oh, I'm plugging in. I'm definitely plugging in.
I ain't got all this. Oh, you gotta have 50 million followers. No, I need real people. Real people doing real things.
People doing real things. Exactly. I like that. I'm gonna have to steal that from you, by the way. Real people doing real things. I like that. Yeah.
I don't know. I probably got that from somebody, Joe.
Yeah, I like it. So listen, what I'm gonna do, we're gonna chirp out. I'm gonna play my sponsors commercial and we're gonna chirp out, but I want to talk to you in the back. I'm gonna definitely talk to you in the back.
Let's go.
So, but listen, it was literally 125 people in here tonight.
Thanks,
from
guys.
Different, it really kind of got crowded and got a lot of love in here. I'm quite sure y'all need to go follow her page. The Instagram link is at the ticker right there if y'all can check her out. What I'm gonna do, we're gonna chirp out right now, but before we go, we're gonna play our sponsors commercials, and then we're gonna go behind the scenes, and I'm gonna talk to this young lady behind the scenes.
Bye, guys.
Y'all have a good night, and so we're gonna go to those commercials right now, and then I'm gonna talk to her behind the scenes. All right, so good night, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Don't you think your pet deserves a special treat without all those ingredients you can't pronounce? Your pet deserves the best source of ingredients. I agree. That's why Hound House Treats is established to give your pet the best all-natural handcrafted treats packed with flavor. Try our chicken, turkey, and our pink salmon jerky. These products are 100% natural and USDA certified. It's prepared without no added hormones or steroids, no growth-promoting antibiotics, no artificial ingredients, flavors, or preservatives. Grain-free. Don't cheat your dog nutrients. Treat your dog to a healthy snack at www.houndhousetreats.com.